Let me take you into a scenario you probably know far too well. You meet a woman. She's sexy, mysterious, playful. She gives you those eyes, you know the ones, that hold your gaze a second too long, that silent spark of, I see you. The conversation flows effortlessly. She laughs at your jokes, touches your arm when she talks. She's responding fast, she's leaning in. You feel that heat, that flirtation, that connection building between you. Then, out of nowhere, she vanishes. Not slowly, not gently, just poof, gone. No reply to your message, no, hey, I've been busy, no explanation. And now you're sitting there staring at your screen, reading your last message like it's a crime scene, looking for clues, trying to figure out what went wrong. Your gut is tight, your ego's bruised, and your mind starts spinning. What happened? Did I say something wrong? Was I too forward? Too vulnerable? Too available? Let me stop you right there. Because this confusion, this emptiness, this silence is exactly the trap. You're not just being ghosted, you're being tested. You're being pulled into a deeper truth about women, about attraction, and about your own power as a man. So let's talk about what's really going on here. Why do women ghost? Is it just immaturity? Is it disrespect? Or is it something more primal? See, ghosting is rarely just about disappearing. It's a signal, a reflection of dynamics you may not even realize you're playing into. Let's break it down. There are 3 core reasons a woman ghosts you. And once you understand these, everything changes. How you see her, how you see yourself, and how you move in every future interaction. Reason 1, she wanted attention, not connection. A lot of women live in a constant loop of seeking validation. They're not doing it consciously, it's a pattern, they get a little bored, they feel a little insecure, so they hop on an app, slide into DMs, strike up a flirty conversation just to feel wanted. And if you're a guy who brings masculine energy, if you flirt with confidence, tease with boldness, text with intent, she feels it. She gets her dopamine hit. And once she knows she's got you, she checks out. She didn't want the full experience of you. She just wanted that moment of feeling hot, wanted, and irresistible. You were the drug. And now that she got her fix, she's on to the next. Reason 2, she's not emotionally available, but doesn't have the guts to say it. This one's sneakier. She may like you, genuinely. She might even feel a connection, sexual chemistry, emotional safety. But the moment it starts to feel real, when intimacy starts knocking at her door, she panics. Why? Because true intimacy isn't about flirting or sex. It's about being seen. And being seen means exposing wounds, facing fears, showing up fully. Not every woman is ready for that. So instead of confronting it, she shuts down. She ghosts. Not because you failed, but because she's not ready to rise to your level. Reason 3, she's not that into you, but would rather disappear than tell you the truth. It sucks, but it's real. Sometimes the chemistry just isn't mutual. And instead of being honest, instead of having that 5-minute conversation where she says, "Hey, I'm not feeling this," she takes the easy way out. Why? Because silence is easier than confrontation. Disappearing feels safer than being direct. She ghosts, hoping you'll just get the hint. Now here's where most men go wrong. They take ghosting personally. They chase, they spiral, they start texting more, trying harder, trying to win her back, explain themselves, or even worse, prove their worth. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The moment you start chasing, you start losing. Why? Because the second you put her above your purpose, your self-respect, your masculine center, you flip the polarity. You become the one seeking, the one craving, the one reacting, and trust me, that energy, it turns her off. A woman doesn't ghost a man who's in his power. She ghosts the man who slowly gave it away. Now let's go deeper into the sexual psychology of ghosting. Because this isn't just about feelings, it's about arousal. Women are turned on by strength, presence, mystery. the subtle dominance of a man who doesn't need her, but chooses her. But when you become emotionally dependent on her attention, when you start giving her that pick-me energy, she can't feel your edge anymore. Your sexual tension dies. That unspoken fire between you, extinguished. And once that masculine-feminine polarity dissolves, she fades. It's instinctual. So what's the answer? What do you do when she ghosts? You don't chase. You don't beg. You don't explain. You disengage. You let her go. Completely. Not as a tactic, not to win her back, but because you genuinely know your worth. That's what separates a boy from a man. A boy reacts. A man decides. You decide that her silence doesn't define your value. You decide that your energy is too potent, too sacred, to be spent on someone who doesn't honor it. You decide that chasing one woman will never be more important than becoming the man every woman desires. And when you move from that energy, when you prioritize your goals, your mission, your purpose, everything shifts. You start walking different, talking different, being different. Because you're no longer a man wondering, why did she ghost me? You become the man she regrets ghosting. And ironically, that's when she often comes back. Because when you let go without bitterness, when you hold your ground, stay in your lane, and evolve, she feels that shift. And that silence that once meant, I don't care, starts echoing louder and louder in her world. It starts to feel like rejection, like absence, like mystery, and mystery drives women crazy. But by then, it doesn't even matter. Because you're no longer the man who needs her. You're the man who learned, who grew, who leveled the hell up. You're the man building a life so rich, so fulfilling, that one woman disappearing doesn't shake your foundation. So the next time you get ghosted, smile. Not out of arrogance, but out of awareness. You now understand what it means. She didn't disappear because you weren't good enough. She disappeared because you were either too much for her, or she was never meant to be part of your journey. Either way, you win. So what do you do now? You rise, you turn ghosting into fuel, you hit the gym harder, build your business with focus. You create a life so magnetic, so powerful, that women don't just stay, they surrender. Because that's the man she doesn't ghost. That's the man she dreams about at night. That's the man who lives in her mind long after the texts stop. Be him, not for her, for you. Comment below if you've ever been ghosted and how you bounced back. Drop a like if this woke something up inside you. And if you're ready to step into the most powerful, grounded, seductive version of yourself, hit subscribe, because this is just the beginning. She may have ghosted you, but now, you're unforgettable.